Hello everyone and welcome back to our Cisco Modeling Lab course. In this episode we will show you how to set up a basic lab in Cisco CML. By the end of this video you will know how to create a very simple topology with two PCs and switch, connect them and verify IP connectivity using basic network commands. So the first step would be to log in our modeling lab. And here we have a list on our dashboard of our active or deactive labs, but here, how you can see, it's nothing. On the below we can see the CPU, memory, disk status and our licensing status. Here is we have free tier up to 5 devices. Okay, we will now create our first lab. Here we can say a lab title, so for example first lab, and after any kind of changes we will click here apply. Okay, this is our first lab, and first we will create our nodes. We will create Cisco manage switch, so drag it here, and we will use two desktops, one here and one here. Okay, now when you click on the device, first we can change the node name. We will say this is PC1, apply. Other stuff we will say by default, so we will not change anything. Node parameters, for example, we will for now everything keep by default. Connectivity we will see later. This is booting file and interfaces. Okay, let's change the name of this one. Say PC2, and here let's say switch number 1. Okay, to make cable, so to connect this device, we will click right click, go to the add link and click it. Here we can choose source interface and target interface, so basically the number of interface we will say by default for now, add link and connect. So now we have our devices created, we connect them by the cables, and the next step is to turn it on. We can do it in two ways. The first one is to go right click and start node by node, or we can go here, lab, and start entirely lab. If you click here nodes, you can see the status, so start it. This will be next, and also the status of CPU, memory and disk of these virtual containers. So let's little bit wait to turn on these devices. And if you don't want to see this, you can just click node. Here you can start, stop, extract, or do whatever you want with the nodes also. Okay, now when it's turned on, let's go and configure the most basic stuff is to create for the PC1 and PC2 two IP address and to ping to see connectivity through on the layer 2 or from the switch. Okay, we will go like click, and we have two options. First one is to use console, so command line directly, or to use VNC, basically to go to the display and to have desktop options. We will use for now use console. Open console. The login parameters you can see here in config file. Username and password is Cisco. And to create temporary IP address, we will use sudo if config interface 0, and we will put some basic IP address just for the test. For example, this one, netmask, enter, IP address show, and we can see that this interface has this IP address. Then we will go to this one, go to the console, open, login, the same parameters, and we will do the same command. also 0, but we will just put 1.3 net mask. Okay, now we can try ping, and it is working. You see, so this is the Linux based containers. You can go here, ping, vice versa, and it is working. So you can see this is the Linux distribution, and when we finished with our serial connectivity, you can see this device where it's connected. And when we finish, if we want to, let's say, stop it, we go here, lab, and stop lab, and it will stop all three. Here you can download the lab when you finish to save it, or to vape it. So basically it is vape, and now you can manually delete one by one devices. So that would be the first lab, and very simple example of how to use nodes, how to start and stop lab, how to add and delete devices, and also to connect it. Thank you for watching this video on our CML course. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any kind of questions, leave them in the comments below. See you in the next episode.